Hi, brothers and sisters. I'm Gary Harding. I'm the current president of CWA FNR Local 2385. I've been the local president for the past 15 years. I've also been a national rep with AFGE for the last 25 years. Our local has earned a respect over the past years due to our reputation as a strong and effective local. In negotiations, we've prevailed in several contracts. We've made larger pay raises than most unions in the private sector. We've upheld our benefits. We've made gains in life insurance, in dental benefits, and vision benefits. And certainly we have raised the 401ks beyond measure. In representation, we have prevailed most always in arbitration. Arbitrations have been very good to us. And the employer knows when we go to arbitration, we're not playing and we're going to win. I don't keep track of all the single stuff that we do because most times we've earned that reputation and we're able to resolve things very amicably. We might have to file a grievance, but most of the time a phone call or two will do. And I do want to point out that during a lot of our representation, we do not receive any official time by contract, and my workload as a national rep is not adjusted, so a lot of this work has to be done on our own time. That's just part of what you sign up to do when you represent the local. A lot of people have made hay over this recent per diem tax issue, and I think it's important that everybody have a little history lesson. When I came on staff 25 years ago, we received a car allowance by separate check that was untaxed. And that probably lasted 3-4 years into my tenure, and then the IRS changed their rules, and now our car allowance is split up over 26 pay periods, taxed with our salary, so we don't receive much of it anyway. Then a few years later, we had been receiving the membership bonuses, you know, the 20 cents a member that we get monthly if we have increases, and we used to get those by separate check, untaxed. IRS changed the rules. The only thing we were able to negotiate at that point was you had the ability to put it in your 401k to avoid the tax or have it taxed in your salary. Then this year we came to this per diem tax. IRS rules once again. AFG came from the position that they were not in the habit of paying our personal taxes, but because we were able to stand firm at the table, we were able to walk away with a $4 increase in per diem to offset the tax, which is very important to our members. We try to keep them, keep their benefits in a normal level. The only other issue that has always plagued this unit, even well before I became the local president, was there were always complaints about communication. It's a challenge since we're all over the planet, all over the country, but the reality is I can't recall a phone call or an email that was made to me that I didn't return. Everybody has the ability to call me. I've never not responded to somebody, at least intentionally, but I don't recall any. We've had people volunteer to do web pages, our web page. We've had people volunteer to do our newsletter. I guess because of the work, that we all have and that's not adjusted, it just kind of falls through the crack, and the newsletters fall by the wayside. The last person that offered to do our web page got promoted to supervisor, and it never did happen. So communication becomes a problem, but I did try a few months ago. I asked Area Rep Valyria to do our communication, and she's done a very good job over the last few months. And if I'm elected, I would like to continue that process because she can do it, and she does it well. She does a nice job. I would also like to say for the record that this will be the last term I'm seeking. And I think it's very important based on the fact that we've always enjoyed the respect of being a strong and effective local, that we continue that tradition. And I'd like to take the next 3 years, in addition to doing the things that we're doing, to ensure that people know the history and people know and are educated, so that when I leave, that the tradition of the strong and effective local will continue. I think that's very important, especially in these times, based on what's going on in DC. And we all know things are not going well there, and I think it's very important that people know what they need to know to maintain a strong and effective local for representing our folks. And so I'm going to ask, when you get your ballot, that you please make the best business decision you can for you and your family, and vote for me and my team, Valyria Lewis, Donny Boyte, Charles Royal, and Tina House Latiker. Thank you.